Hey everyone, so today Kaylee and I are going to be showing you how we manage all of the cables and cords underneath our desk. So this is something that has been annoying for quite a while, to be honest. My work computer doesn't have Bluetooth enabled, so I can't hook up a wireless keyboard or anything like that. I have to physically plug it in. And my computer also only has USB-C ports because it's the new MacBook. So that's another challenge. So today we are going to be installing this little basket or wire organizer underneath my desk. We're going to pre-drill some holes and then screw it in. It comes with this little baggie of screws, which is really nice, and there's a couple washers in here as well if we need them. And yeah, I'm hoping that I can fit the surge protector on here with all of the different cables and cords so that there's only one cord going out of it and it'll look really clean underneath the desk. I'll insert some clips right now of what it looks like. It definitely doesn't look the best and it has been annoying me, so I am super excited today to sort it all out and get that really clean looking desk set up. So yeah, if you have been wanting to do this for a while, maybe this video is like your wake-up call to try it out. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so here we have our drill and we have the little drill bit on the end. I kind of just estimated, so here are the screws and I kind of just estimated which size I thought would be best to drill a pilot hole, and I think this is a good match. And I've also put a little bit of blue tape. This is because if you just put this screw into the flush with the bottom of the desk, it would be poking up through the top of the desk. So the basket is going to add some depth here so it won't be poking straight through. And then I'm also going to add a washer because this luckily comes with a little baggie of washers, which is great. This is an approximation of how far the pilot hole should be drilled. So as you can see, it's not going to be poking out of the top of the desk. In fact, I might even move it up a little bit just because definitely don't want to be drilling up through the top of the desk. And yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out where I think that I want the basket to be hanging. It's going to be on the back side, and then I'm just going to use a pencil and I'm just going to mark the different spots where the screws will need to go and the pilot holes. So yeah, and then we will go ahead and drill the pilot holes and then screw it all in, and then it's just organizing all of these cords. So yeah, it should be fun. everyone, welcome back to Sister Code's channel. My name is Kaylee. Today I'm going to take you through my process of organizing all of my cords, the cord management for my desk setup. If you haven't already checked out our desk setup video, please go over there and check that out, in addition to liking this video and subscribing below. So, as I mentioned, today is all about managing cords. I have like a really nice desk that I do really love this setup, but one thing that's pretty obvious is there's a lot of cords everywhere. I don't love the look of it. I think it looks kind of messy and cluttered. So due to the fact that this is glass, and I'm not actually able to screw anything, I had to get a little bit creative. So there is a metal frame underneath the desk that like supports the glass top. And there's a little bit of a gap in the very back. I'll show a close-up of that. But what I found was that I could actually find a shelf that slides onto this metal support frame. And then I'm actually going to use probably the 3M Velcro holds on either side. I also want to create a little bit of a cushion between this and the glass top because I don't want this to like hit the glass top if, you know, in the process of like raising and lowering if something comes off. So today I'm basically going to be putting a power strip inside of here. They're these really nice holes. I'll link this down below, but they're these really nice holes so that I can get a power cord to come out the bottom. So I should theoretically at the end of this video only have one cord showing at the bottom of my desk, and that'll just be from the power strip. And even with that, I'm actually planning to use these really handy little, I guess they're like cord clips. And I'm gonna route all of basically the one extra cable. You can just see that it has like a nice little clippy bit that comes off so that the cord can run through it, and then it's got a sticky part that I can take off. And so at the end of the video, I should only have one cord, and I can route these all down the leg of the desk so that there will be no wire showing at the end of this video. So let's get to work. So really quickly, I just want to show you exactly what I'm going to be doing. So we get to go under the desk. So this is the main beam that runs kind of in the middle of the desk. You can see that's where it attaches to the motors. I want to leave that alone. But what I'm actually going to do is on the underside, there is this gap here. It's a really, really small gap. But this is actually where I'm going to go ahead and try to slide the metal basket onto, and then it does kind of rock back just due to the weight, so I'm gonna just affix it to the bottom of the desk here, and that's the plan. Another kind of interesting thing is that due to living in a log cabin, this light switch, or I guess this outlet here, is actually controlled by my light switch. It'd be really bad to have all of the devices turning on and off with the light switch every single time. So I have to bring power over from, you can see I have a lot of kind of extension cords. I have to bring power over from it's an outlet that's actually behind my dresser here. So I'm going to bring that kind of along. I'm hoping to tuck it in the back so you don't really see it, wedge it underneath this bookshelf, and then bring it in, run it up the back of this leg, just so you don't have any of these. I mean, you can see there's cords pretty much all over the place. But so yeah, that's the plan. So I just wanted to give a little bit closer update on how exactly I'm going to do this. As you can see, there are cords kind of everywhere underneath this desk. One of the big challenges is that the desk does have to raise and lower height. So I want all of the cords to be on the power strip. And the power strip is the only cord basically that's going to need a little bit of pull as the desk goes up and down. My plan right now, there's this wire frame, like I mentioned, underneath the desk that kind of supports the glass top. In the back here is where there's a gap, so my plan is to kind of mount this onto the back of the desk through the gap and have it back here. It does tip a little bit just due to the weight, and so that's why I'm going to probably put those Velcro pieces up. But what's really nice about this is that it's really thin, it's white, it kind of matches the general decor of my desk, and then I should be able to go ahead and fit like a full-size power strip in there. Luckily, just because I'll be bringing the power from so far away, I don't actually have too many things that need to get plugged into the power strip under here. The main things that I'm thinking about are my monitor, I have a lamp on top of the desk, and then I also want to have the desk itself, because it is electric powered motor. I want all those things plugged in so that I don't have to see them coming out of the bottom of the desk, and can hopefully manage some of my other cords.
So one of the things I just realized is that the shelf actually won't slide into that crack with both of the Velcro strips on, so I need to be able to like trace where I want to put it. Just gonna center it first. Yeah, I've always found that these strips work really well. So I'm only putting one on the top. I'm really not too worried. It's like quite tough to get it out, so I'm not too worried about this being stable. I just don't want it like shifting around on the desk. But just to make sure that it's not going to be like rubbing on the glass or anything, I am using these like tiny little furniture felt pads, which just should kind of help it glide into place and just keep a little bit of a barrier between this and the glass desk so that I don't damage it. Awesome, now my shelf is all ready. I will say that this shelf does come with mounting screws. I just chose not to use them. Also, because this is a glass desk, I just needed to trace it out. Just use a dry erase marker. It wipes away really easy, which is kind of nice for when you're like lining stuff up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the power cord. Okay, good. So we've got that ready. These say to wait an hour before like attaching them, but I'll probably won't wait quite that long just because I'm impatient. Got our extension cord all plugged in. I'll probably I'll upgrade this to a bigger one. This is going to lay inside of here, and then all of my different components are going to plug in here. All right, okay, let me show you. So this is secured by this Velcro strip, and then you can see I've got my little felt pads on the side to make sure that there's still a good room. You know, it wiggles a bit, but I'm really not too concerned because I'm like fairly certain that that Velcro pad is going to be really good. And then I'm just going to wire my extension cord into here and we should be all done. So the last thing to do, because like once this is tucked in, like that is all going to be in there, but you can tell that there's obviously still a lot of these cords that are still kind of like hanging down. So what I'm going to do is I've been saving some twister ties, specifically for this project. Always reuse if you can. So yeah, I just have some twister ties, so I'm just going to like coil them up really nicely so that they don't get in the way. And then we've just got one more. That is my light. All right, it already looks so much better. This is actually for my webcam, so I need to put that back on my desk. The last thing that I'm going to do is I just like very loosely want to kind of route this down the leg of my desk. The biggest thing to keep in mind here is that when the desk is fully lowered, you don't want this to have like any tension on it. So just going to be mindful of that. But honestly, that's about it. So here we have it. So I just have to wait for the adhesive to dry on this very last cord, but you remember that you just saw like black cords all over the place. That's no longer the case. Now we have this really nice basket underneath, and it was a little bit creative, but I had so much fun and making sure that it looks neat now. Now I just have to figure out some other cords on top, but I'll keep you posted. Maybe we'll make another video. Thanks so much for watching.